This is one more instalment of my series of YouTube videos to try and encourage people with serious illnesses to do their own DIY. After all, we're all stuck at home, so we might as well do something. Right, what we've done here, as you probably know, we've taken off all the plasterboard, all the tiles. This is in our bathroom. And now what we're trying to do is get it ready for splash panel. So, what we've done, I put in new noggins because I could never get a fixing on this wall, so we're trying to put back better than what we had. So what I've done here is put in all of this supported on new timber. Well, it's old recycled timber, but it doesn't matter. Then I've recorded this, I photographed it in detail, and then I have measured out from a fixed point. So in this case it was the party wall with our neighbour at number 3, and measured out from the right hand side and then up from the floor level in order to record all of the locations of all of this. Because one day we have to get a bathroom cabinet on here, and although I've done a rather thorough job, I know sod's law I'll actually miss something. It's happened before and I want it solid. So that's what we've done there. Then what I did was mark the location of all the studs up here, a noggin on the wall here, everything using a highlighter pen, and also mark the noggin here and all the way across. So now we're doing the plasterboarding. I know where to drill. We've cut this in half because one plasterboard sheet is 36 kilos. My beautiful assistant weighs just under 50 kilos, and I've got a bad back which we think is probably due to radiotherapy, but we don't know and we're not going to worry about that. But we've got a bad back, and the two of us struggled to lift one large plasterboard panel, so we would actually struggle to get this up, so we cut it in, we did it in 2 halves. Plasterboard is ever so easy, just score it and break it. What we prefer to do is try and score it on both sides. So score it, turn over, and then score it the other side, but only do that with the small bits. Don't go trying to score with the whole sheet, because it's just too much hard work. Now what we're going to do now is, using all the markings I've made for myself, is fix this panel up here, this plasterboard sheet. Okay. And then we're going to get that up there, and I'll explain how to screw it in place, because that's got a few tricks. Back, we've got our plasterboard up here, but only secured with 3 screws at the top. I just wanted to go through things. We did before the night before was measure everything, and this morning, before we cut anything, I check the dimensions, and I give it a little tick to make sure I've checked them. I actually found that, for instance, that our next one, the dimension was 5 millimeters wrong. Sorry about my wonderful handwriting, curse of my life, but it doesn't matter. That was that. And then, so check it, and I've already started marking the locations of the noggins on this, our next panel, on our existing panel. So I know roughly where to drill the screws in for our next piece of plasterboard. Now, all I was going to say was, we've gone across the top in 3 places, well 5 places in fact, because I managed to get it in the top plate. And now I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do is go down here. I can see where my stud is down here, because I've got lines of screws down here. So I'll work my way down from there. 8-inch centres or 20 centimetre centres. And you know when you've hit the mark, because the drill makes such a lovely noise, and then you try and get it in as far as possible. And this is a bathroom, so these are stainless steel screws. If you go off the stud and onto something soft, it doesn't make that awful noise. And that's that. The screws are in fact recycled. They're the ones we took out the plasterboard when we were taking it all down, and because they're so damn good and they're still usable, they're stainless steel, they're going to be covered up, and that's that. And there we are. Just a simple, straightforward stainless steel plasterboard screw. Quite reusable. They don't corrode, perfect for a bathroom. And that's that. And that's the end of the video.